Hey everybody, Elderly Brothers here. Episode 32 in the long-running series. I'm Artie. I'm 89, almost 90,
I'm Larry and I'm only 82.
and
And we have guests today who are youngsters. We have here in the middle Werner, and on this, no, no, wait, this,
doesn't matter. It's the other person.
that's Mike.
It's the other person.
And they're Utes. How old are you, Utes?
All of 67.
67.
I'm 60.
Oh, you're out.
Man.
You got to be 60. What did I say? 65 by the government definition?
Yeah, and a lot of, if you're trying to get into a senior citizen's place, it's only 55.
Correct.
And AARP you get when you're 30.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll take your money anytime, I think.
They want you to join right up.
I thought it was
Yeah.
50.
Maybe it's 50. It's
So,
young. Everything's young from here at this point.
Werner's the only one paying full price train tickets, so
Yeah, which is not a good thing.
no senior discount.
Which yesterday it was $27 from New York City to Poughkeepsie, so it's not cheap. But
They're not giving it away anymore.
what is it?
$27.
What is it though?
The train.
Oh, the train.
The train.
the Metro North train.
Wow, twice as much, huh?
What I don't know. Yeah, it's if seniors half.
Half.
So whatever half of 27 is.
Well, anyway, but you didn't introduce your guests fully.
What, like their full names?
No, like what they do in the world.
Well,
We're trying to save it.
they can, maybe they'll tell us. Mike, what do you do in the world?
I, like Larry, am a trained licensed architect. So
He's trained, he uses a box,
He doesn't go in the house.
doesn't go in the house, he's got to go outside.
and I have my private practice in New York City right now. So
He's very private about it. And
And
Werner,
And I just started a new job about 3 weeks ago as the book conservator for the New York Society Library, which is located at Madison and 79th Street in Manhattan.
and what does a book conservator actually do?
So
What do? You like in your day, you go in, you only been there a week, but
I'm still unpacking and setting things up. They set up a brand new conservation, what they're calling the conservation studio. And pretty much what I do is restore older collection items. So it's a little bit of bookbinding, a little bit of arts and crafts, and a little bit of science. So you treat paper and leather and cloth and actually sew books together and things like that.
you put tape on them, scotch tape,
Duct tape.
when they're torn.
duct tape.
A little bit of duct tape, yes.
So they're here visiting. They were in Florida, as you remember.
I do remember that.
It's where we met Artie.
We met Artie, and they're back, and now we're trying to get their car started, which was here while they were gone. And it's not just firing up right away, but we're working on it. We will make it happen.
It didn't get turned over for about 7 weeks. So
Yeah, and that was
trying to make up for lost time.
that was an oversight on our part.
So, Werner, what's the oldest book you have ever worked on?
Oh gosh, probably something from the 13th century, an illuminated manuscript. I worked for a private conservator in Chicago for a few years, and so I find that the older the book is, the less you do to it, kind of thing. So we just did some like paint consolidation, some cleaning, made a fancy box for it, that kind of thing.
So you did
That's
like
probably the oldest.
if
So
it's calligraphy and stuff, you repair that if it's messed up.
you kind of consolidate the inks that are already there. So you take methyl cellulose, or there's some other consolidants that we use, and use a very fine brush and magnifying goggles, and you just sort of tamp it all back into place.
Wow.
Sort of thing. Yeah.
Consult.
The idea is to stabilize something more than make it look like it's new again.
I forget when when the press was invented, when Gutenberg, 1200 something?
1495.
14, okay, almost 1500.
Yeah. So where I work now, they do have, they're called incunables. So books that were printed before 1500, that's a class of books. And there's a few at the library I work at, but not very many.
What are they called?
Incunables?
Why?
I don't know.
What's that word?
It's a Latin term, and I don't know exactly what it means.
What's the word?
Incunable.
Okay.
It stands for incunabula. Yeah.
Oh, well, now I know.
Does that clarify it?
But the odd thing is, the New York Society Library, aka the Society Library, is the oldest library in the country,
At least in New York.
or at least in New York.
It opened in 1754 in City Hall at the time.
And why? So that was a government thing?
Kind of. It was still a subscription library, so a bunch of wealthy New Yorkers got together and donated their books and money to create it. It was actually chartered by King George III. I guess it needed his
how old is the idea of libraries in general?
Oh gosh, Egyptian at least.
Yeah.
They had libraries?
There's the Great Library at Alexandria. Of course, it was all papyrus back then, and that burned at some point. But that's the oldest one I know of. But there might be older.
Could you check out the papyrus books?
If you had a library card.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they gave you a barcode and
QR and a QR.
a QR. Yeah.
So I don't, you guys probably don't know, but we understand that probably nobody's going to look at this, but it will be on YouTube in perpetuity. And so we're really doing this for like 50 years from now, so that people will know what we knew then.
We forgot to say the date today.
Oh, yeah. It's August 16th, 2025. And we'll go back. Maybe I'll put that on the front. I don't know how to do that yet, but
Okay.
just so
Mike,
people know.
Mike, I got a question for you. You work with a lot of private clients, right?
I have, yes.
What is the most exotic thing that you ever put into anybody's house?
That you can tell about.
An exotic thing. Probably not the strangest, but I did a couple billionaire mansions over time, not always as the architect, but as the owner's reps. But they had a master private bedroom. Private bedrooms with the
Primary
bedroom. Thank you.
They call them now.
Yeah. And they had a large sloped ceiling with huge pine beams and tie rods. And they wanted to have an orrery floating across the ceiling. And an orrery is just a machine box that sort of rotates the planets around on arms. So it was kind of just, you had to figure out what the thing was, how to hang it, how to put power to it. Did it have American power, where it came from?
They wanted this in their bedroom?
Yep, on the ceiling of the primary bedroom.
So, well, I think I'd like one. Because then you know where you are in the universe all the time.
Although I say another thing that was a favorite is I had a client who had in another large house, had a private office on the lower level, and there was a dome ceiling. And in the dome ceiling was the sky and little LED pin lights for all the constellations and the stars. And this particular gentleman had the sky exactly as it would have been on the day his wife was born. So the stars from the position and the whole alignment of the way they were on whatever that date was.
That's definitely it.
And Jupiter aligned with Mars.
So you had to deal with an astronomer on that?
Well, they did that part of the project before I was on the project, but
so they think they got it right.
They know they did.
So, okay, so those are little dots in the dome.
Correct.
Nice.
It was,
Yeah,
it was a touching
it's very
Just-
touching.
Really?
gesture.
It's like really you got to think up a way to, I guess, honor your wife
That was a good one.
or something like that.
And have a lot of discretionary money.
Just a lot of that, which is good. That's good for architects and almost anybody, really, to have discretionary money.
Although one time I had to put a second story on a building just to go with your exotic part. And down below was a exotic dancing room. We had to move a couple of things around to add a second story to the building. And the one thing that they told me was make sure that pole gets planted very solidly, because apparently one time some dancer went going down, grabbed the pole, and the pole came to slide from the ceiling, and that exotic dancer went into the wall.
That could be,
So that's an exotic story.
then your insurance premiums go up.
That's right.
Well, I don't know. What would you like in your house, Artie?
I'd
Exactly.
I'd like to have an old fire station to live in
That would be nice.
with a brass pole.
I'm going with the pole thing. Yeah.
That's kind of everybody's.
And then you could have some exotic dancers going up and down the poles.
This be for me. Just slide up and down the pole.
That'd be good. I don't know what I'd want. I think I might like a little airfield in the back here where I could fly my plane. But I don't have, my problem is I don't have the personality to fly a plane because I'm not steady. I can be disturbed easily.
Your pilot's license is expired anyway.
It is, and it'd probably be difficult to get one at this point.
Yeah, I think they would not be happy to have you as a new pilot.
I do have an old Peace Corps friend who's a pilot who told me this, and I'm sure everybody knows this that flies a plane, but he said there are old pilots and bold pilots, but there's no old bold pilots. And
Yeah,
I flew
probably.
with him. He's not bold, but he's a damn good pilot.
That's what you want.
It's what you want.
Yeah, I'd say that being a bold pilot is not a good candidate for life insurance.
Unless you're one of the, those what do they call them? The Top Gun. Those guys are bold. I think they're pretty bold. But they also seem to know what they're doing.
Which ones? Crop dusters?
No, the Top Gun guys.
Oh, those guys. Well, yeah, but that's short term too.
Yeah, could be very short.
I was with a bold pilot once on one of those previous projects. We had to go to Maryland to look at old cypress wood that was from bogs underneath the water to use for the Tudor siding on a big Tudor house. So we had to fly to Maryland, and the pilot on a little Cessna kind of plane used to fly. Well, he flew the owner's helicopter daily, and he used to fly the owner's 737. So he kind of had experience flying. But we've done this trip and we're going from the end of Long Island through New York airspace. And they're telling him at JFK Kennedy Airport, which is in Queens, you can come through this airspace. And the only reason they didn't want inexperienced planes going through, but he has every right to go through it. So we kept maintaining the flight path right through it. And the tower would say, look 2 o'clock to the right, you should see a giant plane coming out. And we did. And look over here, we did. But he was kind of bold and said, I'm just going through that airspace because I have the right to do it. And it was interesting.
Well, I'm glad he was right about that because that could have been a problem. Like getting shot down or something.
When I was in college, I lived with a guy for a while who was a pilot in Korea. And that's how old I am, by the way. And he had a little stunt plane that he bought, and we used to go up on the weekends and fly that plane. And he did all kinds of stuff, stalls and twists and turns and dives. And he gave me a parachute to wear. It was open cockpit parachute to wear, but it you sit on the parachute and got stuck in the plane. You couldn't really, if they had to get out, you couldn't get out because the parachute was bigger than the seat. But it was one of those crazy things. You look back on it and say, what the hell was I doing with that? Why was I up there with this guy?
Well, because you were 16, what, 18, 19?
Yeah, I was probably 20 even maybe at 20 and dumb.
Well, yeah, and you definitely do that. If somebody came up to me and when I'm 20, I'm going, get me on that.
Yeah, I've looked back on that a number of times and said, lucky to survive it.
I had a friend when I was in college who was doing skydiving. And, all the old movies you see him packing the chutes in a controlled environment. They're all careful with all this stuff. And he'd pack his chute in the hallway of the dorm, just stretch it out there and roll it up and cram it in there and say, oh, it'll open. And it did.
It did. Oh, he needed to use it?
Well, yeah, because he was skydiving.
Oh, skydiving. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about pilot.
I always wanted to jump out of a plane doing that, but I never did. And I think I'm too old. But I do give credit to the 85-year-olds that still jump out of planes. It's like, that's bold.
There's a place 10 miles from here where you can do it. We could go there today.
It's a nice day.
It's a perfect day. We could have a hamburger after. Because
Not before.
probably not. Probably not.
Who would push me out of the plane though? That's what I want to
They will. Because they want you to land. You land right where the plane takes off and lands, supposedly. And they got, those wings. You can fly that thing. It's like an airplane. Drive them around the sky. So
from what I know, Werner would never go up in an air balloon. He's sworn that off, right?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do skydiving either. So
well, I mean, you're missing out on a lot.
yeah.
But there's other things you can do. You can consolidate ink, and none of us can do that.
You can do what?
Consolidate ink.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
On an old book.
Right. Not exactly as perilous.
Well, it's risky. I mean, if a book from 1200, you mess that up, it's all over.
Should we tell a story about the New York Society Library and an old president's story?
I guess you better at this point.
We've got an audience, Werner.
There was so about 15 years ago, the museum at George Washington's house, Mount Vernon in Virginia, contacted the Society Library because they found two books that George Washington never returned. So,
He borrowed somewhere in.
And what everybody always says is, wow, the fines must be huge.
You probably never read them either.
Right.
He might have got immunity for that, but we don't talk anything political on this here podcast.
Well, that's not political.
Well,
That's
it could be.
It's book related. No, that's a book story.
Okay. No danger there.
No danger.
No exposure.
They were law related books, but
They were.
yeah.
So
But they did get returned to the library, so we're guessing they're back in circulation.
they forgave the fine.
I believe so.
Did they
Yes.
calculate it? How much would it have been?
I don't know what the fine was back in 17.
10 cents a day, probably.
That's a lot.
Right.
Well, that's a lot for 500 years. Yeah.
Right.
So what are you doing today?
Well, I went to Bagels and Bible this morning to learn some bagels and Bible stuff. But I learned mostly bagel stuff.
Any Bible stuff?
Oh yeah, there was Bible stuff. I don't have it here in front of me. I don't know why. I thought I brought it in.
You already forgot?
No, we were talking about Jews moving from Egypt into Israel, and how the choice was. It was about water. A lot of it was about water. That it rained in Israel, and that's where they got their water, and the Egyptians got all their water from the Nile. and it was a choice of you had to build canals in Egypt or just work with the land in Israel, and that they chose that.
They took the easy way out.
Well, yeah, I mean it didn't turn out to be so easy, but yes.
Yeah, but it wasn't that easy, I guess, in the long run. But so we have all water under control. We don't have to worry about that anymore, except if you're in California or any place else, it seems like on the planet now.
Well, there was a time we visited Fort Lauderdale a few years back, and there was like 29 inches of rain in one day or day and a half. So I don't know how much we control it.
I don't think, well, I don't know. We think we do. That's all. That's all. So what else? I mean, we've been drinking, so we're a little slow.
Already? I mean, it's not even what time is it?
Well, it was a breakfast drink.
Oh, okay. Mimosas.
Sort of, yeah. Are
Yes.
those
And mimosa.
mimosas or
We had mimosa.
mimosas? Is what we had.
Yeah.
So we had some of those.
Well, it's almost nap time then.
It's been that since I finished my mimosa. I've been ready for nap time.
Well, maybe you should go skydiving this afternoon.
I think we'll all go.
I think we need more mimosas to do that.
Oh, we can get those too. That'd probably
Or
be
something harder.
maybe whiskey.
There you go.
Then we could do it.
Well,
So
just make sure your parachutes are packed correctly.
Mhm.
definitely. Well, I think they do that before they push you out.
I hope so.
Words to live by.
Yeah, right. Full of advice.
Remember to pack your parachute correctly.
Full of sage advice about that. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. Do we have anything else to talk about today that's going to enthrall people the way the rest of this conversation must have when they look back 50 years from now? I don't know.
They'll look back and they'll say, "What's a library?"
What's a QR code?
Right.
Yeah, really.
We'll all have chips in our.
You got your own chip. You don't have to worry about it.
No, everything will be in chips in your body.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll just put in, I want the library chip. I want a full library.
It'll be a new interpretation of a chip off the old block.
Yeah, really, chip into the old block.
I want to just to transplant my brain into a youthful body.
Yeah, that'd be
I think
okay.
there's a story like that, right?
Probably a lot of them, because a lot
Yeah.
of people want to do that. And I'd want to be at least 6 feet tall.
Yeah, if I had a choice, it would be 6'1" or 6'2", and probably 35 would do.
35 and handsome.
Well, I'm that, and I'll just be handsome anyway. As
Yeah,
handsome
well,
as I am.
maybe they just take your whole head, not just your brain.
So
Yeah, I think you would have to have your whole head. Otherwise, people wouldn't recognize you.
It's going to be weird, that transition between all this stuff and a 35-year-old body, though.
Well,
I'd probably just wear a scarf.
On that note, Werner is the only one that towers over 6 foot amongst us. So
To what? 6'1"?
No. I'm 6 feet.
6 feet. Well,
I'd
I'm
settle,
way
I'd settle
less.
I'd settle for 6 feet too.
Yeah, it'd be okay.
next time around.
I've gone down about 2 inches in the last 15, 20 years.
I think I was 5'7" at one time, and I don't know, I'm much less than that now.
So that's when you need the gravity boots.
Well, that's when people are looking at this 50 years from now, they'll say, "Why? We don't have any health problems. We don't have any need to be anything else. We're going to live forever. Just we need more chips, that's all."
And they probably won't need to look at this other than to just be happy about the way they are.
Oh, they'll be looking at this because somebody will tell them about it and how interesting it is
They will.
and how historical it is.
It's very historical. This is historical,
And scintillating at the same time.
scintillating. And what's that word you had about? Was that about glue or
Incumbents?
What?
Your incumbents, what was your word?
Incunabula?
incanocular? Is that
Lint.
incanoculant?
Try spelling that one.
Is that the ones you have to wear the diapers for?
When you reach a certain age. Yeah.
Right. So, well, I think this has been scintillating.
Very scintillating. And we need more guests and these. This is a good start on our guest program.
We are, and we will have you back
We
to-
look forward to
to
it.
share whatever happens between now and then.
We'll
So,
get- I'll do
we
my research on more exotic things to do in life,
or the more exotic things you've had from clients.
or that.
There must be something a little kinkier.
I can't talk about those things.
Oh, come on. Come on, they'll never know. Nobody's going to look at this.
All I'm gonna say is, a person can't get something built into their house unless they tell the architect it has to be in the house. So that's all I'm
Right.
gonna say.
So you don't even have to say whether or not you did it, but what was something that would be interesting to someone?
I've got the one in mind, of course. There's sometimes connecting doors hidden in back of bedrooms that lead to other rooms.
Okay. I mean, that's not too weird. Unless there's people in the other rooms, which could happen, I guess.
I'd say the dance pole is a pretty good one though.
That's not bad.
That's good.
So we're spiraling down to really nothing at this point.
All right, well, let's cut it off so people won't fall asleep.
And
Or if they're
remember
not
to
already
like us and
asleep.
share and subscribe and all that. And I love you, my brother, in perpetuity, as well as these guys now.
Yeah,
In perpetuity.
That's right.
in total perpetuity, in perpetuity. Love you too.
Right.
Talk to you
See you,
later.
Artie.
Bye.
Bye.
So long, guys.